First stop here on the island is the KI Wildlife Park, and it has joined forces with Raptor Domain, which is another tourism experience on the island where you can see some of the birds of prey that are here in Australia. And this place I have very fond memories of. Nellie and I were actually here together 10 years ago when she came to visit me on Kangaroo Island. And it's just a really unique, cool, easy tourist experience to see some of the wildlife here, and perfect for kids, great for Matteo. So yeah, here is Kangaroo Island Wildlife Park and the Raptor Domain. We have made it to the namesake animal here of Kangaroo Island. This is the subspecies of the western grey kangaroo called Kangaroo Island kangaroos, and they are a little bit smaller than the kangaroos that you find on the mainland, and also a bit darker in fur color. And there are lots of them here on the island, but this is the best chance you can get to get close to them and feed them and kind of be able to pat them. And they're a little bit more domesticated here in the wildlife park than they are, out on the island. But if you're visiting here on KI, you're definitely gonna see some of these beauties, endemic Kangaroo Island kangaroos. We are on the side of the road, as you can see, and there's an echidna here, just right there. Beautiful native Australian animal, survivor, been around for a very, very long time, echidna. And I've got some just amazing photographs of these little guys from 10 years ago when I used to live here. But beautiful wild animal here on Kangaroo Island, and a good example of how much wildlife there is here. We just saw it crossing the road, and there unfortunately is also a lot of roadkill here. So you have to be really careful when driving on Kangaroo Island because there's so much wildlife that they're always crossing the road, and there's also a lot of traffic. So unfortunately, these guys, they often get hit. You can see his nose just poking out there. Yeah, there he is. Beautiful echidna. All right, we have made it to the Vivon Bay campsite, and there are a couple resident koalas here, which is incredible. Look at this. It'll be really hard to see them, but you can kind of see like little blobs up in the trees. There's one there, and then one up there. I'll get some better footage for you and some photos, but how cool is this? They're just chilling, sleeping 20 hours a day. We saw them at the wildlife park earlier today, and come to the campsite and there's two right there. So Vivon Bay, beautiful part of sort of southwestern Kangaroo Island. I've stayed here 10 years ago, back when Nellie and I were coming here as part of the best jobs in the world. If you saw the last video, go check it out. I spent a lot of time here on KI, and Vivon Bay was one of the bases, and this campsite is just absolutely phenomenal. So we've got the camper van here. It's almost sunset. I'm gonna head out to a little lookout point, see if I can show you guys what this beach looks like. Absolutely stunning location. And then hopefully we get some astro tonight. So let's go check out Vivon Bay at sunset. Testing 1, 2. Good morning and welcome to the entrance of Seal Bay. This is one of the only Australian sea lion colonies that you can get up close and personal with and visit here on Kangaroo Island. It's also one of the most popular things to do on the island, I would say. I don't know all the statistics, but just from general feel, this seems to be one of the more talked about experiences that you can do here. Now, I wouldn't recommend trying to do it with a 3-year-old. The chance of us keeping his attention on the boardwalk or a guided tour is very, very, very low. And we've learned the hard way of paying a whole bunch of money to do something that our 3-year-old's gonna hate. So we are not going to do this today, but I still wanted to show you a bit of B-roll because the Seal Bay Visitor Center and the experience in general is really, really great if you're coming here for the first time. Now, Nellie and I are very lucky that we've already done this. Myself a few times, she's done it once, and we had a really unique experience 10 years ago where we had access with the guides and the National Park team to get down there and get some really incredible photos and video footage. So I'll share a bit of that B-roll with you here in this video, but we are chasing playgrounds. So all you parents out there, I'm sure you know how that is. So goodbye to the sea lions, and let's explore more of Kangaroo Island. Recording, yes, recording, yes. We have made it to George's Castle. This is an incredible art installation piece, started as a hobby by Mr. George himself, who lives on the property back in 2002. And 22 years later, we've got this incredible, big old art installation. It looks like an incredible collection of all these amazing artifacts put on display that's just growing over time. And it is a free attraction. That's important if you're planning on coming here. This is free and really great option for families and for kids. And that is why we're here. And it looks like, if you can believe it, we are the only ones here at the moment. So let's explore George's Castle. And welcome to King's Cote. This is one of the main town settlements here on Kangaroo Island. This is about a population like 1,800. And funny enough, I stayed here in this apartment complex here. These are like holiday apartments 10 years ago when I first came to the island. And it's kind of crazy to see them now. I didn't even think about it until we rocked up here to the playground, of course, chasing playgrounds, that I recognized it and was like, I'm pretty certain that I've stayed there. So kind of cool. There's a beautiful jetty here in King's Cote. There's a lot of cormorants and pelicans. There's even, I think, an Australian little penguin colony, very cute little tiny penguins, and great history to this place too. The settlement has been here for over 150 years, and there's a lot of beautiful old buildings and cool stories. Even like this one right here with the blue roof behind me is pretty cool. But we're gonna continue our explorations. We're gonna hit the coast, maybe go check out a few more beaches, and then share some final information about Kangaroo Island with you at the end of this video. All right, our next stop is Emu Bay. This is an awesome, awesome beach on the northeast coast of Kangaroo Island. absolutely beautiful white sand, stretches for like kilometers, and you can actually drive on the beach, which is pretty cool. It's kind of a unique thing to Australia. Nellie and I were just saying that we think it's great, but then at the same time, it kind of kills the atmosphere a little bit as a tourist, seeing all these cars lined up along the beach, but you can't camp there, which is probably a good thing. So it's just day use stuff, and I personally think it's pretty cool. Being able to drive all the way down there and set up your own little spot is awesome. And here at the main parking lot, they have a beach bar and a cafe that's open 4 days a week, and an awesome playground. Look at that. Really, really nice to see. Brand new playground, great parking lot, good cafe, good food, place to clean your fish and barbecue. Australia's got all these amazing like public barbecues everywhere, and these are all over Kangaroo Island as well, including Vivon Bay where we're staying. So very cool. Emu Bay, check it out. Good for kids, good for families, good for fishing, good for driving on the beach. Nice spot. Can I introduce you on the video? Guys, this man cooking behind me is Mr. Craig Wickham. Bit of a unspoken hero of mine and a mentor in the tourism business. But he has invited us for our final evening in Kangaroo Island for a paella at his house, which is absolutely fantastic. And I met Craig 10 years ago when I was working here with the South Australian Tourism Commission.
We were much younger then.
Less gray hair, less gray hair. Less kids? No, you still had the same amount of kids.
I still had the same
I
amount
had less amount of kids.
I had less kangaroos.
Yeah. But this looks fantastic. We're gonna have a seafood paella in a beautiful backyard here on Kangaroo Island, just outside of Cygnet River, and a perfect opportunity to end the vlog. So I'm gonna let you keep cooking. I'm gonna say goodbye to these guys.
Easy.
All right, so this is it, Kangaroo Island. 10 years later, it's a dream to be back. This place is fantastic. It is totally a tourism destination for a reason, but it's also home to so many people, and a really just got a great history. It's a great environment, and I go on and on about it all. But we're gonna drop off this rental car tomorrow back in Adelaide, and then we're gonna spend a couple days in Adelaide before flying all the way back to Germany via Singapore and then Munich and eventually Hamburg, where Nellie and I and Matteo are living. So this is the end of the Kangaroo Island video. It's been kind of a little all over the place. I apologize for that, but it's been a nice walk down memory lane for Nellie and I, and a really good sort of second chapter to our honeymoon. So if you haven't seen the first video, go and check that out to give you the backstory of why we came here for our honeymoon and to South Australia and Kangaroo Island. And this place has way more to discover than I covered in this video. We didn't go to Flinders Chase National Park, we didn't go to Hanson Bay, we didn't go to the northwest coast, we didn't go to a lot of places because we have a 3-year-old, but we were able to share with you at least a nice little taste of this beautiful place. So if you are planning to come to Kangaroo Island, or if you're ever planning to come to Australia, South Australia is a gem. I highly suggest you check it out. And we're gonna get back to our dinner here, say hello to new guests as the dogs go crazy. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. Wait, Brendan says peace. No, I'll see you in the next video.